Hey friends, it's Laura. Welcome back. So today we're going to work a little more on the on our new blanket that we started. So far we've only gotten 3 rows in with the strawberry swirl cake. We're going to go ahead and do another 2 rows. Just a reminder, we're doing half double crochet if you were joining in. So yeah, we're going to do a couple more rows of the strawberry swirl cake. And then we'll switch colors. This cake is just not having it. Not wanting to pull from the center. So how are you all doing today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you've done something that has brought you joy today. That is my mantra for the year, choose joy. And you know, and I don't generally just like pick something for the year that's like I'm gonna stick with all year. It's just how it worked out this year. I started saying it to my dad whenever he was upset, or when he was irritated with something, I'd just say choose joy. And he knew I meant it in a joking way. And he was usually just upset with like a game that he was playing, like on his phone or something, like chess or something like that. And this needs to be over here. Okay. And I would just say choose joy. And it would just kind of lighten the mood. And it kind of stuck with me. And this year I've just kind of made it something that I want to stick with. So I've done a painting that says choose joy, and I'll probably do some more paintings that say choose joy. A lot of work I need to do that I should probably be doing instead of making a video, but I don't know. I really want to make it to 1,000 subscribers, so I'm doing my best to, you know, just to hit that milestone. Because I already hit the milestone of 250, I already hit the milestone. Basically, I'm hitting a milestone of every 100. And I already hit 500, and I hit 600. And so next will be 700. So you guys are awesome. Thank you for subscribing and joining me on all my little journeys. And I know there's going to be coloring videos, you know, just interspersed, you know, between the crochet videos. And I know the coloring videos aren't for everyone. They don't get nearly as many views, but they are a part of my life, and I am sharing my life here. So I've decided that I'm still going to be doing them. They'll just get the views that they get, and that's okay. have to decide what color we're going to do after these next 2 rows. I love this light purple color of the cake. I need to go back to Michael's again. Like, I feel like I'm at Michael's like a couple times a week. And I don't live that close to Michael's. It takes probably about 15 minutes to get to one. So it's a decent amount of gas to get out there to get to one. I just keep finding things that I need and can't seem to manage to, you know, do all of this in one trip. So now when I said that there was no coupons, well, there weren't any coupons, and now there's a coupon. So I don't know what happened for the past 2 weeks. There just weren't any coupons that were available for in-store use. There was one that was available for online use, so I guess you could have like, you know, used it for curbside pickup or something, or not curbside pickup, in-store pickup. But I don't know why there was none for in-store, but there's one this week for 20% off regular price purchases. So, and it goes until it goes into, I think it goes for the whole week. So I'll probably be going back and looking again at the yarn. I don't know if the yarn is on sale this week. It hadn't been for the past couple of weeks. I want to see if they have a lighter purple that would match this purple right here. When I was there, I didn't see one, but I want to double check. Okay, we're going to do one more row of this. And I need some more canvases, some bigger canvases. Not like huge canvases, but just like all I have are like, you know, tiny little canvases. Like, you know, maybe not even 8.5 by 11. I just like some bigger ones to, I don't know, I find it easier. I don't have great control with the paintbrush or with any other medium, and I find it easier to work bigger, less detail. So I might just go get a pack of those and see if I can use a coupon. And if they still have them, I might look and see if they have any more of those, you know, not paint by number, but paint within the lines kits. there was one other one that I really liked, but I just wasn't willing to pay for 2 full price ones last week. So I might see if they still have it and I'll get it on sale. Now, remember, I have bad short-term memory. I like this color too. So I can't quite remember what month she said. I'm gonna guess it was June, but I was talking to the lady who was checking me out because I had to do a return at Michael's. I was returning some extra yarn from the last blanket. And she said that these cinnamon swirl cakes would probably be on sale. They tend to go on sale. I think she said sometime in June. I can't remember the details, which is unfortunate for all of us. I don't think she said July. I think it was June. My birthday's in July, and I think I would have remembered if she said July, because then I would have thought I'd be like, ooh, I could go get yarn for my birthday. I think I would have remembered that. So we're about to the end of this row. Then we're going to switch colors, and I'll tell you how many rows we ended up with the strawberry swirl cake. I do believe it was 5. Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, there's 5 rows of the strawberry swirl cake. So what color do we want to do next? I think this one's going to be the border, because I only have 2 of these. So I think this is going to be the border because I want there to be a border. So I think we'll just put that aside. Now we've got pink, berry, red, purple, and light purple, which is almost this light purple, but not quite. So I think I'm going to hold off on the light purple until I can check Michael's to see if there's a lighter purple that fits this just a little bit better. So let's go with berry. What color is this actually called? This is Rich Orchid from Loops and Threads Impeccable. And I don't think we're going to be able to get a center pole. Nope. What is that? I don't know what that is. So let's cut the cake and get a drink of water. This almost matches my cup. Okay, let's start the next color. And I'm going to weave them in right now. I don't want to go back and weave all these in. So I went to the chalk festival. It's an Italian chalk festival, that's what it's called. Sorry, I'm having a little trouble weaving these ends in. And I took some pictures and I'll post if you haven't already seen it, I'll probably already have posted it by now. Let's go ahead and cut these off. I'll probably have posted it by now. I'll post it on a community post. I just took some pictures of my favorites. They were still working on them. There was a lot that weren't finished, and they probably won't be finished until tomorrow on Memorial Day. And just remember, they have literal days to work on these things. I was watching a piece on the news about it, and it's the first chalk festival in North America to be done, and it's like the 37th annual one. And because it's traditionally done in Italy, and so there's people that fly out from all over the country, if not internationally, to participate in this event. And then what happens is this place that they're working in, cars don't park. It's an open space in front of the mission, and we have a mission here, and so it just has foot traffic, and most people walk around it. I would assume. And so the only elements are the sun, the wind, and the rain. And we don't get a lot of rain at this time of year. So this stuff can last for a really long time. It's fun to come and see it in progress while the artists are working. So they've got all their pastels out and their tools and reference photos, and some of them have drawn out like a grid to help them map out their drawing, and it's just very cool. My dad asked me if I wanted to participate one year. I told him sure, as long as the asphalt came up like to my waist. And he just didn't understand what I meant, and I had to keep telling him I wasn't getting on the ground. And you know, I can't get on the ground. I literally can't get on the ground. It's a body flaw of mine. I can't get on the ground. I think it'd be so much fun to participate, because you can sponsor a spot, you know, like a smaller spot, because the big ones are for like the big artists, but you can sponsor a smaller spot and do whatever you want. But like, you know, I can't be on my knees. So I could sit there and scooch along, you know, but the whole thing would just be a very painful experience for me. So, not in the cards for me. Would be very fun though. I can't wait for this week. I don't know that I'm gonna have time today, but this week I'm going to make time to go on walks. And I'm so looking forward to them. I haven't been on a walk. I hardly went on any walks this past week because it was so dang cold. And I can't deal with the cold air with my asthma. It's just a no-go. They don't mix. I had a lot of trouble with that when I lived up north, like in Washington specifically. I'd have to wear, like, if I wanted to take my dog for a walk, I'd have to wear a scarf around my face. It was quite the ordeal. But here, I just don't bother. Like, I really want to push myself and go further on my walks. Come on. There we go. That was row 1 with the rich orchid. Now we're going to do row 2. I really want to go further with my walks and really push myself and build up more stamina. So I just need the weather to cooperate with me and be more ideal. Working from the outside of the skein is always a little tricky. It just wants to bounce everywhere. I really want one of those things that I tried to describe to you guys a few videos back that you like stab the skein on. Maybe I should invest in one of those. I know where to look to see what they're called. I saw somebody review one on YouTube and I know what their name is, so I can go look. It was like a video full of like, you know, crochet items, like, do you need these? And one of the items was that item. So I'll think about it. I hate spending money if I don't think I need it, because like I could be spending that money like on yarn and coloring books and paint, canvas. Working on a painting right now that is taking its dang time. I'm just trying to do layers to build up the color, but the color is so translucent. The purple I'm using is so translucent. It's so frustrating. So like I'm doing a layer and I'm letting it dry, I'm doing a layer and I'm letting it dry, and it's like I think I'm just gonna have to give up at some point and just call it good, because it's just not getting any darker. Or it's not getting any more solid. It's just how the paint is, and I'm not paying for any more expensive grade of paint. I can't remember what brand I'm using. Not a bad brand of paint. Probably not an artist quality brand of paint, but I think we'll do 3 rows of this. What is it? I keep wanting to say hot orchid because that's another project. Rich orchid. Hot orchid is in the temperature blanket. Let me turn on this light too. Sorry. Get a little more light in here. Still getting used to having that extra light over there. That is much better though. This is gonna be like my berry Valentine's Day-ish blanket. I don't have a Valentine's Day blanket. I have a lot of work to do on Second Life. I've mentioned that to you guys before, and then those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it's just a source of income for me. I have a lot planned for my sticker business, you know, non-sticker related. I need to do some sticker related things before Pride starts. And then after that, I've got some new products that I want to work on. I want to work on prints, like art prints. I just got the paper in the mail to try making my own art prints with my printer and see if my printer is good enough. Or if I need to upgrade my printer. My printer was not an expensive printer. It was kind of, it was a cheap printer. Hang on a second. I'm falling out of my chair. I've got a cushion on my chair and it kind of makes you slide forward. So if I'm not paying attention, I just kind of slowly slide forward. Okay, so that's 2 rows. So let's do 1 more row of this. Oh, here comes my kitty. Well, he's coming in the house anyway. He just had treats. I should have put his name when I made that community post. His name is Clover. I named him Clover because I wanted to name him Butter. Didn't I? Hi, sweetie. Wanna come up here? Want some pets? You just want pets? Wanna come up here? Good job. There you go. There you go. Take a seat. Oh, we just need a little love. That's right. You scratch all over my blanket. Thank you. Anyway, I wanted to name him Butter because he looks like a big slab of butter. I don't know. And he, my mom decided that she didn't want to be out in the neighborhood yelling butter if he got lost. So she said I needed to come up with a different name. So I did. I looked online, and what I found, I don't know if this is true or not, but in the UK, Clover is a brand of butter. Bye. And so I decided to name him Clover. And Clover has been a very good name for him. As it turns out, he's just a really lucky cat anyway. He's been really lucky to us. You know, we've been really fortunate to have him. I'm quite partial to orange cats. That's why we ended up with him. I'll tell you a little story about how we ended up with him. I had an orange and white cat named Creamsicle. Mainly an orange cat. He didn't have a lot of white in him. He was orange on orange. Clover's orange and white. He's got white patches like on his chest and his paws and his face. Creamsicle was orange on orange. And he lived with us. He was my best friend in the whole world. When I was little, he would wake me up, you know, when it was time to go to school. My parents would drop him on my bed, and he'd lick my face and tell me it was time to wake up. And when I was crying, he'd lick my face, and I know he was just licking my tears because they were salty, but it was a cute thought. You know, at the time I thought it was very, you know, just endearing. It was his way of making me feel better, and it did. He was always there for me. And, you know, one day we had to put him down. And he was about 15. So he lived, you know, a good life. He was a kitten when we got him. I remember being at the cat place that we got him from, and he had some brothers and sisters, and there was 2 orange cats, and I stayed in that room and kept an eye on the orange cat that I wanted. And who knows if I really was able to keep an eye on the right orange cat, but in the end I ended up with the right orange cat, if you know what I mean. You know, I ended up with the right one. And when he died, I was heartbroken. I was an adult. I was absolutely heartbroken. Maybe he was a little older than 15. Maybe I was just a little older when we got him than I thought I was. Maybe I was, you know, I mean, I was a child, but maybe I was an older child, you know? And I immediately wanted to fill that void with another orange cat because I had it in my head. I had very little experience with I had a lot of experience with cats, but I had very little experience with cats of my own at that point. I was so heartbroken that I just wanted another orange cat that I could love and treat the same as Creamsicle, and he would end up the same. And so I thought if we found another orange cat, I could love him, and he would grow up, and he would replace Creamsicle. I was very naive and had a lot of growing up myself to do. I was a very young adult. I was like 20 or 19, or I don't know. I was very young. And we found an orange kitten. He had been returned to the rescue once already for terrorizing a family's small dog. And we got him. He was a scrappy little cat. He didn't want to be held, didn't want to be pet, didn't want anything to do with us. And it took a really long time before he became the loving cat that he is today. And he's still a scrappy little cat. But it took me a while to realize that every cat and every animal has their own personality and has their own way of showing love. And you know, I can't love the next cat the same way and expect it to turn out the same, you know? That was a silly thing on my part, but You know, that was heartbroken young me. So but oh, he's still in here. I can hear him. He's itching. I just gave him flea medication a couple weeks ago. He is the best cat that we could have asked for. He has been, again, my best friend. He doesn't want much to do with me when he doesn't want much to do with me, but when he wants cuddles, he wants cuddles. And when he wants love, he wants love. When he wants snacks, he wants snacks. And you know, he's just been the best little guy. And he's coming up in age, and it scares me. Being a little vulnerable here. He's I think he'll be 14 this year. So he's coming up on that magic number 15, and he is healthy. You know, he gets his checkups. We're very good. I push really. I think it's really important to get his checkups and his shots and his flea medication and his blood work and his, you know, all of that. Because if something goes wrong, I want to know early, so that if it's something that we think is treatable, you know, like if it's kidney disease, we can change his diet, you know, something like that. I want to know early. So he didn't have to go to the vet this year because he was going to get his, I can't remember which shot it was, some shot that they said he was old enough to where he didn't need it anymore. They said he just didn't need it anymore because he had enough of the other years of shots built up that he was good, so he didn't have to go in for that. So he'll probably need to go in next year or later this year for something else, and then he'll get his blood work done again. So he's a well-loved, well-looked after cat. So we're gonna switch to this lovely purple, which is covered in his fur. This is eggplant. This really doesn't look like an eggplant purple. This is like more of a purple. This doesn't have like the red in it that an eggplant has. That's just my opinion. So we did 3 rows of the red rich orchid. And then we're gonna switch to, I only have 2 of these too also. So maybe we'll only do like 2 of these. It's gonna be like stripey, all different variations of stripes. Maybe I'll need to get some more of this. Can you even see that? Yeah, maybe I'll need to get some more of this when I'm at Michael's. Because I have 3 of this, of the rich orchid. Okay, let's... how are we on time? Well, we're gonna go ahead and call it quits for now. We've been on here for 45 minutes, have we? really. Doesn't feel like that long. But we've done a couple more rows of the cake, and we've done 3 rows of the rich orchid. So I'm gonna pull this big so we don't lose it. Put this back, keep these skein names so I don't lose them. Make this pretty. Okay, so I want to thank you for joining me. We'll keep working on this. We'll keep working on it until we're done. This is going to be a big project for us. We're going to keep working on it until we're done. So like I said, I'm probably going to need to buy some more yarn for this. This is going to take up more yarn, I think, than the granny rectangle blanket. I don't know. This is going to be a big project. So thank you for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful day. So for now, take care, and I will see you all later.